Well, finally, Pastor Ray Bentley, founding and senior pastor of Maranatha Chapel in San Diego, California, passed away this week. His church released this statement: "With grieving hearts, we need to let you know that our dear Pastor Ray went home to be with the Lord this afternoon due to complications of COVID. We are all in shock and heartbroken. We find comfort in knowing that he is rejoicing in heaven with his beloved Jesus." Pastor Bentley founded Maranatha Chapel in August 1984 when he began teaching a small Bible study in a recreation center with 30 people. Now, Maranatha serves 7,000 people weekly through its various ministries. He reached thousands more on his daily radio show, Maranatha Radio, as he takes the whole gospel to the whole world. Many of his messages and devotionals can be seen on his website. Bentley also founded the Nehemiah Fund, an outreach ministry dedicated to helping and blessing Israel and her neighbors. The ministry is based on the scripture in Genesis 12:3. "I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who curses you. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." Many considered Bentley an expert on biblical prophecy. He wrote the Holy Land Key, unlocking end times prophecy through the lives of God's people in Israel. He also just completed a trilogy called the Elijah Chronicles, along with Brock and Bodie Thoene. These geopolitical thrillers centered around Jerusalem and brought end-time prophecy to life. He discussed that trilogy with CBN News last year in this interview.
Christians need to wake up and realize what time it is. We can argue on little details here and there, but the big picture is we're living in the most prophetic Kairos hour that the church has ever known before. And, I hope people get excited about it. And then I pray that turns into a fire that burns in their heart to, in these days, be bold, not be afraid, not be intimidated, not to, hide your light under a bushel. But this is the time to speak up, be bold, share your faith with your family, your friends. We're kind of literally living in the days of the church of the book of Acts, where there was persecution, opposition, political upheaval, tremendous harassment coming against Paul as he travels 3 missionary journeys, planning these churches and synagogues, and some are accepting, some are fighting. Everything's happening literally as it was 2,000 years ago. To me, it's the most exciting time to be alive and to be a child of God. Step into the story. God is, this is not for us to just sit in the stands, eat popcorn, and say, wow, look what's happening to the Jews and the believers in Israel or the Middle East or whatever. God is calling us to get out of the stands, put your popcorn on the side, walk down on the field, whether that field is Europe or Asia or Africa or America. You're on the field and you've got plays. The coach is saying, I'm sending you in. You have a role to play today. There's a reason why you're living and why you are here and why God chose you out of, the last 2,000 years. No, I picked you to live in the year 2021 with everything happening in Israel, in the Middle East, with the Abraham Accords, and I need you to be a light. And I want you to step into the story. Don't just read the story. Don't just tell the story. Don't watch merely the story, but step into the story.
In Bentley's infectious way, he encouraged his church listeners and readers to step into the story and be a part of God's end-time plans. Please pray for Bentley's wife, Vicki, their family, and for the church during their time of mourning. Like so many others around the world, I will miss him as a friend, a brother in the Lord, and a wonderful example of a godly man who loved people and Jesus with all his heart. Because of our faith, we look forward to seeing him again.
Alpha, Omega.